TikTok, what's the word, y'all? Come on, tap in. Listen, when the elders tap us because they no longer have the energy, but they have the wisdom, we need to be ready to get in the ring. Yesterday, when I went to this meeting out here on the west side, in North Lawndale, I get in the meeting, it's jam-packed. It's jam-packed with black folks and brown folks. Many of us who have been doing this work for most of our lives. Many of them elders who are still doing the work and probably not being paid correctly for it. I sit down, I took my homegirl with me. She ain't never been in no space like this, especially not with me. So she really don't know what to expect. When I sit down, I'm taking my coat off, and one of the elder men who has been doing this work since I was a shorty saw me come in and sit down. He got up out of his seat, y'all. He walked over to me. He leaned over and whispered in my ear, and he said, I need you to tear their ass up. Baby, when I tell you that did something to me and I sat up straight, I said, say less. He went back and sat down. I let them folks talk because I wanted to make sure, you know, that I was hearing properly what this meeting was about. But I wanted to see who had actually organized this meeting. Now, this room full of black and brown people, mostly black people from the west side who has been doing this work and ain't been paid properly for it. I know that for a fact. When I tell you I lit into them folks, I lit into those people. I don't have to do all of the cussing and whatnot. Like, I'm very respectful, but I am very direct. And I say the things that most people are either afraid to say or they don't really know how to verbalize. They don't know how to say it. I come locked and loaded every time. Every single time. And the fact that he felt like he needed to tell me that gave me even more ammo. 30 clip. About to empty it right now. Baby, I told them people, once I realized that this meeting that was organized for all of these black and brown people was organized by these white folks over here, they had all these funders in the room, right? So I spoke directly to them. One, I let these people know that y'all are poverty pimps. A lot of these people, organizations, churches, educational institutions, people that come to black communities with their own agenda and a check to wave over people, they cause not only division. Do you hear me? Not only do they cause division, but then now y'all fighting over crumbs. Because see, they done got a lump sum to come and do some work on some things like violence prevention. Here in Chicago, they everything is CVI, community violence intervention. Y'all don't know shit about that because y'all ain't never had to be a part of any of the violence that's happening in our communities. Y'all don't even live around here. I tell them people, this is another prime example of poverty pimping. I said, you know what happens when people realize that they can profit from the pain of black people? They create nonprofit organizations. They create religious organizations, churches, pastors. I said, we are always sold to the highest bidder. Even if it's our own that's sitting at the table selling us out piece by piece. That's why I go so hard at these damn politicians and pastors. Because 90% of the time, they are the ones selling us off piece by piece. The ones that look like us. The way the people in that room was amen. And that's right. That's right. And I'm talking about the elders. People in there that said they've been doing this work for 30 years and they still fighting for funding. I said, let me tell y'all something. It's because they are not coming here to eradicate anything. You think they want to get rid of crime? Crime pays. Crime pays. At the end of the day, it might not pay us, but it pay judges, it pay lawyers, it pay coroners, it pay doctors. You hear me? It pay policemen. It pays everybody but us. We are the ones that catch, we are the stock to them. I say, I want y'all to do me a favor, and I want y'all to think about all of these large churches and these nonprofit organizations and these healthcare systems. I want you to think about them, and then I want you to think about who is actually at the top of the food chain in many of these spaces, because it ain't us. I said, you know why? We are here because we are always the face of their businesses. Because at the end of the day, the church is a business. The nonprofit sector is a business. They just buying up land and shit, talking about they doing housing and interventions and drug abuse recovery and all of that shit. I said, and all of them people, when you look at them, They don't look like us. And they have people like us as the front-facing people who go out into the community. I said, y'all ain't getting no higher than street intervention. Because to them, we need to be on the street talking to the people and bringing them in the doors. Everything is about numbers. Everything is about numbers. When I got through ripping them folks up in there, and it wasn't even disrespectful, that man said, that's hard to come after. I know it is. And when I looked over and I saw them older people that trusted me to speak up for them, nodding and saying thank you, I knew my job was done. My job was done for the day. But I got something else for their ass. Tap in.